What's up guys, Crimson here, and today I am bringing you another episode into my addressing in-game issues in Soulshatters. Today's episode is about story shift Kara. There is some issues here and there with story shift Kara. I'd say attack and defense, they seem fine. Maybe 60 attack would still be okay for phase 1 and then so on for phase 2, 3. I feel like that would have been fine before Bunny nerfed it to 40. Because story shift Kara, if it isn't against a low defense enemy, they're going to have a struggle to get by them. But that's all I have to say about the stats. Let's get into the movesets. Knives 1, that does good damage. I'd say that the damage is alright for Knives 1. 8 hits, 120 damage. Knives 2, wait, hold on. Let me reset my hits and damage. Okay. The damage and hits for Knives 2. I say that's fair damage for how long that lasts. Knives 3. That is... I feel like that really shouldn't be too much hit or too much damage output, considering the fact that it's almost as many hits as Knives 2, and it deals almost as much as Knives 2. Knives 4 needs fixed, because if an opponent is moving in orange, they still get damage. And there's really no way that you can even fix that. I'd say maybe bring back the old Knives 4 that we had before they replaced it with this Knives 4. As a different Knives move, but keep this Knives move specifically. Knives 5. This is alright damage. I'm not mad with that amount of damage. It's just sometimes it seems to stun, but at different times it seems to not want to stun. And that's about it for 5. Other than that, it's fine. Knives 6. That's alright damage and alright hits, I'd say. It's just my only issue with Knives 6. It doesn't seem to... The knives don't all seem to home in onto the targeted enemy that you're locked onto. So a couple knives here and there don't seem to hit for this character. Blaster 1. Blaster 1 does 50 damage. I'd say increase the damage for blasters, just because, or at least for Blaster 1, it might go for all of the blasters, because it seems to do 50 every single hit. At least I think so. Yeah, 50 every hit. That's 2. I feel like that Blaster 1 should deal 75 and then whatever it times each time. Blaster 3, that's 4 hits, that's 200 damage. And Blaster 4, that's 8 hits total, I believe. And that's 400 damage against an attack dummy. I feel like the damage should be increased by 75. That's 1 hit. It's 2 hits, 3 hits, and then 8 hits. So that would be 75. 75 times 2. That would make Blaster 2 deal 150. Blaster 3 deals 3 hits, I think, is what that did. Yeah, Blaster 3 deals 3 hits. Blaster 3 should deal 225 damage, and Blaster 4 should deal 600 damage. Maybe it should be at least a little lower, so that way, like, maybe that's 65 damage and so on. Hold on. Let me get the math. 65 times 2. 130 damage for Blaster 2. 195 for Blaster 3. And 520 for Blaster 4. That's my personal opinion of how I think the Blaster should be. But in general, Story Shift Kara should honestly be reworked. This character does not seem too overwhelming, but it should keep the type of fighting style that you really shouldn't be running all too much with this character, or at least you don't have to run it. Because it's honestly a pretty nice playstyle that you don't need to run all too much. But that's all I can think of with Story Shift Kara. There isn't too much really to talk about, other than maybe the click speed should be faster, just like Glitch Shell Kara. It should be as fast as that speed. Because I know that Glitch Shell Kara's click speed is not as fast as Phase 2 Story Shift Kara, but it should be along the lines of GT Kara's speed for clicking. Now, combos. Taking click combo, doing 2 and 3, and then at least getting another click in, and then stacking onto 5. It's nice that this character does have, like, the big combo potential. And, oh, the thing about Knives 1 that I'd actually like to mention. I feel like in Knives 1 should at least hold, or if the said enemy is moving, they should at least follow the attacker for a little bit, but as soon as the knives hit, they should immediately disappear. Doing the same damage, same hits, but at least follow the enemy for, I don't know, a couple seconds. Of course not as long as 2 and 3. I'd say a little under from what 2 and 3 last, or at least what's under 3's time that it stays up. It should last a little shorter than that. But that's all I can think of with Story Shift Kara. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.